Hello everyone, welcome to my video, and today I'm going to be talking about Aries energy. So there is a zodiac wheel, and I'm going to try to put a picture if I can. So there's a zodiac wheel, and Aries is the first on the wheel. Just like Aries is the first, zodiac sign of the beginning of the year. So, and I know you're gonna be like, Aries is April. April is Aries season. So what do you mean? Because the new year is on January. Is it though? Think about it for a second. Because sorry y'all, I can't breathe. I was just getting weak before I started filming this video, so I'm kind of struggling. But so each month the earth hits a new constellation in the sky. This is astronomy. This is not like some random guess. This is stuff that's been studied. So each month the earth hits a new zodiac constellation, and whatever month you were born, that's the zodiac sign that you're going to be, because that's the constellation the earth was sitting in at that time as it's revolving. So there's 12. Aries is the first. So that means April season is the real new year. And then it goes to Taurus, which is May. And then it goes to Gemini and Cancer and Leo and Virgo. And it goes through all the 12 zodiac signs. So it hits the last one, which is Pisces, in March. So we're in March, we're in the last zodiac sign. And then it goes back, the cycle restarts back to Aries, which is the first zodiac sign. So the astrological New Year's starts in April, and this is a great time to start new things, start new projects, begin something. You know how you make our New Year's resolutions in January for some odd reason. I don't know why. Why are we doing this in Capricorn season when we were supposed to do it way back in, April? And now we're in Capricorn season and we're supposed to be building. We don't got nothing to build because we're just now starting, when we should have started our intentions all the way back in April, the real Aries season. But that's okay, because April is just a few months away from the new year. So we're gonna start again next year on the real, energetical, when the energy is heavy for new beginnings, which is in April, this spring, when the earth starts to become alive. So think about it. So back to Aries, y'all, which everything that I'm talking about kind of does represent Aries. Aries are the starters, they're leaders. Aries is the type energy, no, let me not say person, but Aries is the type energy to have like motherfuckers following them. And now's a great time to bring this up. There's an astrology wheel, and if I can put a picture, I will. And each zodiac sign has a direct opposite, and although they are direct opposites, they go hand in hand, just like yin and yang, bro. So like, for example, I'm a Virgo, but Pisces is my exact opposite. So although I am the exact opposite, like the extreme opposite of Pisces, I lack things that I need that Pisces has, so I can learn from Pisces. And Pisces lacks things that I have as a Virgo, and they can learn from me. So Aries' exact opposite is a Libra. So Aries can learn a lot from Libra, and Libra can learn a lot from Aries. So what can Aries learn from Libra? And I know y'all are gonna be like, especially with Aries, because y'all are like the first one, and y'all can be kind of self-centered, like, why are we talking about Libra and it's supposed to be about me? Shut up and listen. That's your problem. You always want to do something, you never want to listen. That's your problem. So boom, Libra is known by the scales. They like to be balanced. They like to be graceful. They like to think about things for a very long time, because one thing that Libra understands is choices. That's one thing with Libra, choices. They understand that life is not only about what you decide to do, but how you decide to go about it. So we got Aries over here. Aries is like, nah, like, I'm gonna do what I want to do, no matter how it affects people. Sometimes no matter how it affects themselves. And one thing about Aries are very independent. They're very only worried about what they can do for themselves. And a lot of people can learn from Aries because, you know, people put others' needs before their own. And that's very much of a Libra energy also, because Libra is also about what can I do for us, to where Aries is more like what can I do for I. Aries can learn from Libra, you know, because Libra is going to think about things like a lot and like think the best way, what is going to be the best balanced way, you know, to go about this, to where Aries kind of doesn't have like that, their head on straight, to where they just want something and they're going to go do it and not think about it, and they're going to have to deal with the repercussions, when really all of that could have been avoided if they just took a second to balance things out in their mind and figure out what would be the best way to go about this. And they could have channeled their energy better if they just thought about it. Because one thing about Aries, they have a lot of energy, like passion, you know. So, but it's not going to take you anywhere if you're not like channeling it correctly. And the best way to do that is to think before you act. That's one thing about Aries. Y'all don't be thinking before y'all act. Aries are great leaders. Like, one thing that I notice about Aries people is that people want to follow them. When the Aries talk, people listen, because Aries is a cardinal fire sign. So they're good. Cardinal is like starting stuff and like moving things forward. And fire, like, I feel like they can fire people up. Like, Aries knows how to like get people mad, get people like, Aries is the type of person to start a riot, like to lead a riot, you know. And this can be a very great thing because sometimes, and the symbol for Aries is a bull, and sometimes things need to like, if something isn't fair, because that's also with Libra, you know, unfairness. Libra is a type to like, Libras hate when things are unfair, but they'll just let it be because they don't want to like mess up the peace. They just want to keep things peaceful even if things are unfair. To where Aries is like, nah, like, it's unfair. We gonna do whatever we gotta do to get it right. If they're childish and they don't like really know where to channel their energy, they can lead themselves into a rut along with all the people that they just hyped up, you know. Another thing with Aries, y'all can have no like social awareness at all. Like, Aries is the type person to be like, not be able to read a room, and like they'll just be so loud and like energetical and like jumping off the walls, and people will just be looking at them like, we at a funeral, bro, like, can you relax? I'm not even trying to crack jokes because that's not even funny, but like, Aries is that type person. You know, if you have an Aries as a kid, because like I said before, Aries is the first on the zodiac wheel, so it's known as the baby. Like, Aries are known to be babies. They're known to be childish. They're known to throw temper tantrums and get excited like how a child does over candy. Sometimes Aries needs to be around people who are like more down to earth and like kind of like keep you grounded. But Aries is fun. They're the type person you go out with and you get into some stuff with, you know, kind of like Aquarius. I feel like Aquarius and Aries would be like a great combo. Maybe not like the best moral combo, but they'll have fun, that's for sure. Aquarius, little rebellious self. Self-confidence is a big thing with this placement as well. An Aries who isn't confident is an Aries who is not walking in his purpose. Aries are extremely confident. They're leaders, you know, and that's why I feel like people listen to them. That's why I feel like people want to follow them, because they just have this confidence about them. This like, I'm doing this and I'm doing it now. I don't care what he say or she say or who try to get in the way. You know, I'll bulldoze you over. You know, in Libra, you know, it's yin over here. Like, okay, like maybe we should think about this for a second. Maybe we should take a second to think how it might affect other people. And the Aries is like, nah, I'm not doing none of that because I got to do what's best for me. And this can be a bad thing and it can be a good thing. It really just depends on the type of person withholding the energy. Another thing with Aries, you guys are a fire sign, so you're prone to burnout. You know, this can be you getting frustrated with people, getting snippy with people very easily, because you do have a lot of energy, but that doesn't mean that you should use it non-stop all the time, 24/7. You know, take a second to relax and recuperate and come back. You have to replenish yourself, you know. And that's why it's important for you to learn your moon sign. Like if you are Aries sun, learn your moon sign, because your moon sign is going to be how you recuperate, how you come back to self after giving out all your energy. Because one thing about Aries, they will give out a lot of energy, but at the end of the day, do you have any for yourself? Aries is the type person to get stuff done when they really want to. Like Aries is that type person in class to where they're like doing too much, and like you think like, oh, it ain't no way they getting their work done. And they're like, did you get your work done? And they're like, oh, I already finished it. What do you mean you already finished it? Teacher just assigned it like 5 minutes ago. But Aries is that type to have all that energy. They really getting stuff done quick. A crystal that I would recommend for Aries is amethyst, because Aries, like I was saying, they hold a lot of energy, and sometimes they can get like stressed out or like frustrated. So amethyst can really add that like calming energy that Aries needs, man. And I think that because amethyst kind of stimulates your third eye, which will make you think more about things, like think deeper about things. And I think that an Aries with the open third eye could be so powerful, because they have that mental and they have that energy behind them. So it can kind of calm that Aries energy down to where they can channel it better. You know, like they can use their energy as a superpower with amethyst. Also red jasper, which I actually have some right here. This is kind of like a grounding crystal that I think Aries would work really well with. This is kind of like Virgo energy. I feel like Virgo and Aries would be good business partners, because Aries could be like the muscle and Virgo could be like the mind. Another thing about Aries, they don't care like really what other people think of them. And this is a great thing, like authenticity. This is one thing that I really wanted to talk about. Aries are authentic. They are their self. They're not scared to be themselves. And if you are, then you really have to work on that, because there's no way you're in happy Aries if you're pretending to be something you're not, or you're dimming yourself down, you're dimming your fire, just to like, you know, satisfy others. To where Libra, on the other hand, everything that they do, say, the way that they move is from a place of how can I get other people to like me, you know? And to an extent, Libra does have a point, because it's like life is about relationships. It's not all about relationships, but your life will become more beautiful and illuminated through relationships. And sometimes I feel like Aries can have that sense of loneliness, to where they're like, why do I feel alone? Like, why can I not connect with people? Why don't I have deeper connections and relationships with people? And it's because you're so like in your own world, and you just see yourself as so independently. But you like to be, that's the thing, Aries likes to be around other people, and people think like, oh, like they just want to do it themselves their way. And it's like, yes, but they like to be one of one, but among others, you know. So, and that's why I feel like they can learn from Libra, you know, like connection can be a beautiful thing. And although I'm not saying to dim your light at all, Aries, be your authentic self, be who you are to the world. That's your purpose. But at the same time, leave space for people, because Aries takes up a lot of space. Like, leave space for people to say how they feel, and leave space for people to be their authentic selves, you know, so that you guys can work together and you can have that connection. To where Libra can kind of learn from Aries, like, Libra, not everything has to be how can this work for this person, or me and this person, or how is going to benefit the relationships. Like, Libras have to take like some type of stand, you know, for themselves. Like, Libras, do you even know yourselves? You know, you're too busy trying to, you know, like attract other people, or like get other people to like you. Do you even like yourself? Do you even know like who you are? Or is your whole personality just to please others? And that's something that an Aries would never do. They would never change themselves or dim themselves to please others. And that's what I love about Aries, is authenticity. Aries, I have to respect you, because just like I was talking about earlier with the April New Year, you guys will start something and see it through to the end. Although ADHD comes in here. ADHD comes in here because you guys have a lot of energy, and you'll see something you want, and then you're like, oh, I want it. No matter what, you'll bulldoze anybody to get it. So you're going there, but then on the way there, you see this, and you're like, hold on, but I kind of want that. So midway, you leave. Boom. Now you're going to get this thing. But then, while you're on the way to get that thing, you see another thing, and you're like, ooh, I want that. So it's like, you have a lot of like momentum, but can you bring it all the way there? You know, that's one thing that an Aries might struggle with, is finishing a task, because they get that momentum, they get that startup, and they kind of lose it. So it's very important that if you're gonna go something, make sure that's really what you want and dedicate yourself to it, you know? Okay, this is all I have for Aries. Thank you so much for listening. Next, I'm gonna be doing Taurus. So, bye guys.